Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a case in which the notice under section 148 was issued to the assessee on the allegation that the assessee has not paid the tax as per the mandate of section 56 subsection 2 clause 7 clause B clause II, which says that if the assessee purchases some property at a price which is less than the stamp duty value, then the assessee has to take the difference of that value into his income under the head income from other sources. This provision was brought on the statute with effect from 2014, but the transaction of the assessee was related to the assessment year 13-14. But the assessing officer issued the notice to the assessee under section 148 and completed the assessment. So the issue before the tribunal was that whether this addition for the year assessment year 13-14, for which the provision was not applicable, is justified or not, has been taken up by Lucknow ITAT SMC bench in the case of Shrimati Vimla Tripathi versus Income Tax Officer. This case has been reported in 122 ITR Tribunal at page number 312. In the present case, the assessee purchased a piece of land which was measuring 0.6200 hectares on 1st August 2012 for a consideration of rupees 6 lakh. The assessing officer noticed that the stamp duty value of this property is 71,30,000 and the assessee share is half of that. So the assessee has not paid the tax as per mandate of section 56 subsection 2 clause 7 clause B clause II. So he issued the notice under section 148 to the assessee and accordingly completed the assessment by making the addition under this section. The assessee pleaded that this provision is not applicable to me, but he went away with the making the additions. When this matter was before the CIT appeal pointed out that the assessee has not paid any consideration. So the section 56 subsection 2 clause 7 clause B clause I is applicable because the assessee has not paid any consideration. And he totally ignored the fact that the assessee has paid rupees 6 lakh. So the provisions are not applicable to the assessee. So plainly it can be said that the first appellate authority, that is the CIT appeal, upheld the order of the assessing officer on the presumption of wrong facts in the case of the assessee. The assessee filed the appeal before the tribunal, and when the tribunal heard the matter, the tribunal said that in the present case, the provisions prior to the amendment will apply squarely to the assessee in the present case, and the assessee could not have legally brought this transaction within the ambit of section 56 subsection 2 clause 7 clause B clause II. The tribunal further said that the first appellate authority observation that the transaction was without consideration was altogether incorrect, because in the present case the assessee has paid rupees 6 lakh, that was his share in the property. So in the present case, the whole assessment proceedings, the issue of notice under section 148 was issued on the misapplication of provisions under section 56 subsection 2 clause 7 clause B clause II. Friends, the lesson from this case is that, and that lesson is not for the assessee but for the revenue, that the notices should not be issued on the borrowed satisfaction, and at least it should be examined that whether the facts relate to the assessee, whether the provisions relate to the assessee, because once the notice is issued, it is more or less nowadays a settled position that the assessments will be completed against the assessee, and very few cases are giving relief to the assessee at the first appellate authority. So the assessee has to waste his time and money in approaching the tribunals, both in terms of money and both in terms of manpower, and the pain of the assessee is exaggerated when the CIT appeal confirms the order of the assessing officer, because in that case the assessing officer passes the penalty orders and the assessee has to go into the multiple litigation. So when the notices are issued, at least this should be examined at the time of issuing the notices, that whether these provisions are applicable to the assessee or not. But at last the tribunal gave the relief to the assessee and deleted the additions. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Shrimati Vimla Tripathi versus Income Tax Officer, and this case is reported in 122 ITR Tribunal at page number 312, and the date of the judgment is 31st December 2024. Thank you, friends.